In this video, I want to show you how to configure storage spaces in Windows 10. Storage spaces is a native functionality in Windows 10 that is configured in two steps. The first step is to group a number of physical drives into one logical dynamic entity called storage pool. I said dynamic because more physical drives can be added after the storage pool is created in case space is needed. In certain configurations, physical drives can also be removed. The second step is to create a resilient logical drive or a storage space accessible by a unique drive letter, so to store your important data on it and to prevent their loss in case one or more of the physical hard drives fail, depending of course on the configuration you choose to create your storage space. Before we begin, I want you to note that the system drive cannot be part of the storage space. If you want to protect your system drive, follow the instructions in my video in the description on how to perform a full backup of Windows 10. For the purpose of this video, I will be using a virtual machine, but the configurations also apply to a physical PC. So let's start now with the first step, which is creating a storage pool. In this example, I added 3 new physical drives to my Windows 10 PC, so to use them as a resilient volume to store my important videos. Each drive has a size of 250 gigabytes. It is better, but not mandatory, to use drives of the same size because otherwise some resiliency types won't be available for you even if the number of the physical drives meets the minimum required, and in case of a drive failure, it will be simpler to replace the failed drive. If the drives are new, they need to be initialized to be able to use them. To do this, open Disk Manager by typing diskman in the search box and then by clicking on Create and Format Hard Disk Partitions. Make sure all new drives are selected, then select MBR under the following partition style for the selected disks and click OK. Let me maximize the window so you can see the disks and how they are identified. So now you can minimize Disk Manager. At this stage, we need to create a storage pool. To do this, open Control Panel by clicking on the Start menu, then scroll to Windows System, click it, and then click Control Panel. Make sure the view is large or small icons, and then click Storage Spaces. Under Manage Storage Spaces, click Create Pool and Storage Space. Click Yes if prompted. The new drives will appear under Unformatted Drives. If you are using formatted drives, click to expand Formatted to select them, but make sure you select the right drives because storage spaces will delete everything on them. In my example, I have a small drive that is formatted, but I will not be using it. I expanded it just to show you the warning. After you select the drives you want to add to the pool, click Create Pool. A pool will be created and the wizard will take you directly to the Create a Storage Space window. This takes us to step 2, which is creating a storage space and moving important files to it. Note that you can add more than one storage space to a storage pool, but to keep things simple, I advise you to add only one storage space per storage pool, and this is what I will do here. For the name, I'm gonna leave it by default. It named it storage space. Of course, you can name it whatever you want. And for the drive letter also, I'm gonna leave it by default. For the file system, it's better to choose REFS, which is Resilient File System. This is a file system specifically designed to avoid corruption of files in a storage space. For the resiliency type, it comes by default on two-way mirror. I'm gonna walk you through all the options you have under resiliency type. So if you click on the drop-down list, you see that you have simple, no resiliency. This is simply if you want to group 2 or more physical disks under one storage space. But this option doesn't give you any resiliency. So if one drive fails, you lose all your data. Two-way mirror, as you see here, it divides the space by 2. This is because storage space writes 2 copies of your data, helping to protect your data. So if one disk goes bad, you still have access to your data. This option supports a single drive failure, and you need at least 2 drives to activate it. The next option is three-way mirror. Three-way mirror writes 3 copies of your data, and it tolerates up to 2 drives simultaneously failing, but it also needs 5 drives at least to be activated. And this is the option that consumes most space. The last option is Parity. Parity will write the data to all the drives with parity calculation, and this is a little bit taxing for the performance. But if you have like a fast SSDs, it's not a big problem. This is the least consuming of space because it takes only a third of the space, and it needs 3 drives to be activated. In my case here, I'm gonna be choosing Parity for my storage space. After you choose the resiliency type, keep the size by default, which is the maximum by default, and then click on Create Storage Space. The storage space will be created, as you see, and it's showing now under Storage Pool, and it has a size of around 500 gigabyte, which is 2/3 of 700 gigabyte. That is the total size of the physical disks. So here you see it. I maximize the window so you see it. These are the physical drives, and then you have your storage space. Now you can save your files to the storage space as you do to any drive. As an example here, I'm going to show you how I will be moving my videos to the storage space. So I went to the storage space, which is drive E here, and then I'm creating a new folder called videos. I'm going to right-click videos in my PC, choose properties, and then I'm going to choose location. And here under location, I'm gonna click on move. I'm gonna choose the storage space, the folder I just created, and then click select folder. And then I'm gonna click on OK. And now Windows will ask me if I wanna move everything to the new location. I'm gonna click on yes. And this is how now my videos will be protected on a storage that is resilient, meaning if I lose one drive, I still can gain access to my videos. And here are the files being moved. Of course, if you choose just to save files in the storage space also, it's okay not to move them. It's as you wish. And here, let me check, everything is moved. And let's right click on videos and see if the location is moved. And now you see that videos is on the storage space. You can do this to the documents also, pictures, music, whatever you want. Now you see here that I have 3 physical disks. I'm gonna simulate that one of the disks crashed. Because I'm using a virtual machine here, I'm gonna shut it down first, and then I'm gonna go to VMware Player. This is the virtualization software I'm using, and I'm gonna delete one of the drives. So this is VMware Player, and this is the machine. I'm going to the settings, and this is just simulating that I lost one of the drives. I chose one of the 3 drives, and then click on remove simply, and this way the drive is no longer accessible. I'm gonna restart the virtual machine now, and you will see it will restart, and I will regain access to all the files. I will not lose any file. And then I'm gonna show you also how to re-add a drive in case of a drive failure. So here I am logging into the machine. And let's open the storage space. So I'm clicking on File Explorer and simply go to this PC and then to the drive E. And you see I have access to my videos and I didn't lose anything. So here I'm gonna reopen storage space. I'm relaunching Control Panel and storage space. And here you see that I have a warning on the storage space, and it's telling me that one of the drives is not accessible, and I also have a warning next to it. Let me show you now as an example one of the videos that is saved on the storage space, how I can open it seamlessly as if I didn't lose any of the drives. So this is one of the videos. I'm just gonna open any video, play it for a couple of seconds, and here you see it opens and the files are not lost. Now I'm gonna show you how to re-add a drive to the storage space so to keep its resiliency. Because I'm using a virtual machine here, I'm gonna add the drive in the virtual machine. This is equivalent to connecting an external or internal drive a physical drive to your PC. So here I'm choosing the type SATA, and then I'm gonna click on create a new virtual disk. And then for the size, it's important to keep the same size as the other drives in the storage pool. And here's the drive, I'm creating it now. And I'm just gonna click on finish. And now the drive is available to the Windows 10 PC as if I connected a physical drive. So let me click on OK now. And in Windows 10 now, we need to initialize the drive. So open Disk Manager by typing Diskman in the search box and then opening Disk Manager. And here you see the disk is detected and it is selected by default. Just under partition style, click on MBR and then click on OK. And here's the disk. And now we need to add it to the storage pool. So let me minimize Disk Manager and File Explorer and open Control Panel. And then once again, open Storage Spaces. Next to Manage Storage Spaces, you need to click on Change Settings and then click on Yes to confirm. And in the storage pool where you have the warning, click on Add Drives. The new drives is selected by default. Keep everything selected by default and then click on Add Drives. It says starting optimization, so it does a small optimization. And now here we need to remove the failed drives. So I clicked on remove and then I clicked on remove drive, and you'll see it will fail because we need also to force another optimization. I'm gonna wait for it to fail, and here it's telling me it cannot remove the drive now. So here click on close. It will go back to the storage pool management. And here we need to force an optimization of the drives. So under the storage pool, click on Optimize Drive Usage, and then click on Optimize Drive Usage at the bottom, and the optimization starts. And now you can remove the drive. So click on Remove next to the failed drive, click on Remove again, and then the drive will be removed from the storage pool. And here it is removed, and the warning disappeared from the storage pool and from the storage space. And that was all. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please share it, subscribe to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.